Hello, how are all y'all doing out there? I hope everybody's having a great week. I'm definitely having a better week than last week. Last week was tough, even though it was my birthday last week. Oh no, actually it was this week, sorry. Yeah, Monday was my birthday. The days are going by so fast. Um, yeah, I mean, this is like a much, much, much better week. And I actually went away for a night. It was like it really helped tremendously just to get out of the area, um, because I just kind of feel, I think I've talked about this before. Um, it's just where I live, it's just urban, and I'm really not, I cannot connect with this area. I mean, I grew up here, um, and I moved back a few years ago, so it's just changed, and and it's just the energy is not, it's not my cup of tea. So hopefully things will change. I'm really open to moving out of state at this point. I know the inflation is everywhere, but I'm really focused more on matching my energy with the actual place. Because when you try to manifest things, whatever it is, it could be whatever, relationship, a job, whatever. The key is to really match your energy with that thing. So, and kind of just be opened. It's about opening up your heart chakra. And also, which I've recently been doing, actually working with my angels and working with the angelic realm. And I do notice a difference. I do notice that the energy has really opened up for me. And just envisioning myself in that higher vibrational place. Um, and I do have, I believe that should definitely work, because it's like when we're having issues in our life, and the reason is quantum entanglement. So if you're like doing the same thing over and over again and getting the same results, you basically have to do something different. You have to change things. You have to change something. Um, yeah. So, you know, it's coming along. Patience is a virtue. You have to be patient. Some things don't happen right away. That's the key. Just have to have faith and keep on going. Um, but anyway, today I wanted to do a few questions um about the US dollar, because it's starting to crumble. So I wanted to see like how this is going to unfold. How is the US dollar going to fall? Is something going to take its place, right soon after? Because all these countries, especially the ones that are on the list of BRICS, they are not using the US dollar anymore. They're going to be using their own currency. So I want to do that. The other question is, I have been seeing quite a few videos on TikTok saying that, oh, prepare, have food, have water. They've been saying this for like how many years now? Like 2 or 3 years. Have necessities in case everything goes dark, yada yada. Um, and then I want to ask, is there gonna be a point where we don't have electricity, where everything goes down, and for how long? And also, are we going to, are they going to implement like the Tesla energy, which is like the free energy? So, and then I wanted to take a look at what we see in August. What are we going to see in August? Like, what, if anything that, if there's anything that pops out. Okay, so I wanted to play this video here about the about it's about the US dollar. And let me share my screen.
Kenyan President William Samoei Ruto speaking to Parliament, announcing that Kenya would start trading in local currencies and not in the US dollar as they have been doing for decades. Holy smokes, the cracks are forming. Watch the standing ovation that he received from this speech.
From Djibouti selling to Kenya, or traders from Kenya selling to Djibouti, have to look for US dollars. How is US dollars part of the trade between Djibouti and Kenya? Why? And we are not against
Oh, you know what? I don't think you could hear the sounds. Let me.
How is US dollars part
of... Okay, let me.
First, let's talk about something.
Let me see. Share sound. Okay, now should be able to hear it.
No, it has real consequences right now for every American who has money in a bank or is concerned about their family's future. First, let's talk about Africa. Something astonishing happened this week. Kenyan President William Samoei Ruto speaking to Parliament, announcing that Kenya would start trading in local currencies and not in the US dollar as they have been doing for decades. Holy smokes, the cracks are forming. Watch the standing ovation that he received from this speech.
From Djibouti selling to Kenya, or traders from Kenya selling to Djibouti, have to look for US dollars. How is US dollars part of the trade between Djibouti and Kenya? Why? And we are not against the US dollar. We just want to trade much more freely. Let us pay in US dollars what we are buying from the US. But what we are buying from Djibouti, let's use local currency.
For far too long, the vibrant and resource-rich continent of Africa has been tethered to the United States dollar. But guess what? Africa is waking up, and it's moving away from the dollar faster than you can say economic independence. They have been kept under the thumb of the West for centuries. African nations are now suddenly embracing regional integration. Their neighbors, seeking to reduce their dependence on external currencies. Goodbye US dollar. And just this week, a Zambian politician spoke about how the West has been exploiting and raping Africa for centuries. And Africa is now demanding autonomy. They feel that Russia and China are trusted partners in that endeavor.
Just a few months ago, we had a democracy
Russia
summit
and
in
China.
Zambia.
Okay, and then
Did you hear what just happened in the country of Chile that sent
Chile.
shockwaves across the financial markets? No, probably not. The Western media, of course, hiding that from you. We'll get to that in a minute. Did you hear what Africa just did to the United States dollar?
So, yeah, let me stop sharing. So, Africa and Chile are not going to accept the US dollar. So, what happens when a country does not accept the US dollar? The value is going to go down. So, the US dollar is getting weaker. So, yeah. Whoops. So let's take a look into that. You know, because obviously there's going to be some kind of transition. But, you know, the question is, When the US dollar crumbles, what is going to replace it? Okay, so let's look around. So how will this transition, is my question, take place? And I already got two cards. Actually, four cards. All right. So there's going to be an ending, kind of like a painful ending, just like surrender. Okay. And okay. And then there's going to be obviously anxiety, fear. Okay. And these two cards are not that great. There's going to be a lot of, I mean, this is just dark energy and fear, probably chaos, things like that. People freaking out. Okay. And then we have these two cards, which are, this is sorrow, this is a loss, sadness. People are going to feel like they lost their money, their financial status. Um, especially people that don't know what's going on, the normies, uh, they're going to feel it. And I'm sure the media is going to say, oh, the media is going to hype it up and stuff like that. But then you're going to have like this new territory. Something new is going to come in. Something new and exciting. And it's going to be like this guy, the fool, he's young, he's naive. So it's the beginning of something. It's the beginning of a new, maybe a new currency. Okay. So I want to get the whole picture because it seems like the universe had something to say before it even shuffled or, as soon as I started to shuffle. All right. So how will the fall of the dollar take place? How will the fall of the dollar take place? How will the fall of the dollar take place? What do we need to know about the fall of the dollar, the US dollar? Wow. All right. So I got the three of wands, which I didn't really get any scary cards here. Um, I got the three of wands. So this is something opening up, a new, you know, something new opening up. And it's kind of like an overview of things. He's safe. There's a safety there. So in actuality, we are safe. The US dollar is safe. And all those fear cards, it was just that's going to be people's reactions. It's going to be fear. It's going to be kind of chaotic for them. They're not going to understand, especially the normies. They're not going to understand what's happening. So we are safe. To me, this says the country is safe. It's going to be okay. And then, okay, so this is the outcome, which is like more chaos, smoke and mirrors, illusion. There's going to be, because something already is in place. Everything is lined up for all of the countries. Everything is already lined up. They know what's going to happen. They know what's supposed to happen. So it's all an illusion. It's all fake, smoke and mirrors. Okay. That's how they're going to present. It's going to be presented. That's probably how the media is going to present it. It's going to be a show. So now the good cards that come out, the good cards, we have 10 of Pentacles. Okay. So this is in the past. So it looks like, we have generational wealth, a legacy, which means that the, the monies or money, the wealth is all there for everybody because we were like bought and sold through the old system. And even if you go, especially in this country, when if you go back to the 1800s, especially when this country became a corporation, there's generational wealth from previous generations. So, it's there. It's there. And then we have the Empress, which again, the abundance is there. The cards are saying it's there. The finances are there. The money is there. It's sitting there. And the Knight of Pentacles, I kind of like this card, but I don't like this card at the same time because the Knight of Pentacles is just saying like be patient, but he's slow. He's a slow moving guy. Like, so you have to be patient. It's going to come, but you have to be patient. But he doesn't say like when it's going to come. So you just have to kind of sit there and wait and watch the paint dry. And that's what's kind of like frustrating because the atmosphere right now is like, all right, when is this going to happen? When is this going to happen? Like that's the atmosphere here. And then we have Page of Swords, which is, like the media messages, gossip and innuendo, like all that stuff, So that's the atmosphere right now. I wish I had some better news, but yeah, everybody's pretty much waiting around, sitting around and waiting for the stuff to crash and for everything to happen. Okay. So this is again, the Knight of Pentacles is saying to me, it's going to take some time for the US dollar to crash. It's not going to be overnight for sure. Okay. All the ducks have to be in the row. All right. So okay. So the next question is, are we going to have to stock up on food? All right. So are we going to have to stock up on food? All right. So I just kind of got a message said have 2 weeks of supplies, like food and water, or 2 weeks of that handy. I'm not getting like so much water, but like food and stuff like that, toiletries, things like that. Um, in all honesty, and I feel like the people that talk about this and like, yeah, have 3 months of food, like they just go to like an extreme. I feel like that's what it is. They're just like going to an extreme. And I feel like if it does happen, that it's not going to be as bad as people are saying it's going to be. Like it's just like fear, like they're doing the fear mongering. Anyway, let me concentrate. So So we're gonna have to stock up on food and supplies. So I just got some. All right. So I got, yes, the Ace of Cups. It just like flew out of my hand. Okay. Um, all right. So this is what I'm getting. She is saying have, like, for example, medications, if you're on medication, if you're, like whatever, Advil, like things like that, have that on your supply list, things like that, um, handy. And I'm also getting that the timing, it could be soon because I see like the chariot next to it. So it could be happening soon. Um, it's going to be a time of healing. So there's going to be these energies that are going to come in. So those 2 weeks, there are going to be certain energies that are going to come in, which makes sense. So if everything closes, everything, no electricity, no internet, no blah 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 blah, there are going to be energies that are going to come in and to transform the DNA. That's what I'm getting here. Okay. And of course, military presence. That's the military going to be more present. They're going to be there. They're going to be there to help us. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Cool. Cool beans. All right. And then, so yeah, so the answer was, should we stock up on supplies? The answer is yes. Ace of Cups. All right. Next question. Will we have no electricity? Okay, for how long? Let's see if this question gets answered specifically. Okay, so we going to be without electricity and can answer the question for how long. Okay. All right, I got with this card, I got like an image. What I got was places, for example, by the mountains, country areas, they might be without electricity for a little bit longer because it might take them longer to transfer things to the new system. If that makes any sense, that's the download that I just got. So what was my question again? Will there be no electricity for how long? Well, this is electricity. I mean, you could see that's electricity. So this was the future. Okay. Um, the high priestess. it's kind of like she doesn't want to say. I think that some areas will be affected more than others. Um, huh. We got nine of swords. Nine of swords in the present. So what that tells me is that I think it's coming, it could be coming soon. Because why would it be in the present? So I think it's probably coming soon. And then of course, Eight of Cups, which is like smoke and mirrors. So I'm getting like an anxiety with this card, a definite anxiety. Um, so people might actually like when it does happen, they're gonna make it seem like it's something else than what it really is. So, and I mean, this is a major arcana card. So it's definitely going to happen. I mean, this is saying, yeah, it's definitely going to happen. Um, and it's definitely going to be an upgrade throughout the world. Okay. And then next question. All right. About Tesla, the energy. Tesla energy. All right. So what will be the result after the blackout? Like what type of energy will we have after the blackout? Is it going to be Tesla? Like what what is going to happen after the blackout? Like as far as the energy system. All right, so it looks like there's a strategy in place. Um, the Hangman. We're definitely going to be safe. I don't know what they mean by the Hangman. So this is the present, and we have the Hangman. So I think they're just waiting for the go for this to happen. Everything is it's in suspension right now. So they're waiting for this, but it's really I it seems like it's going to happen soon. But they're waiting for the green light, meaning the white hats, they're waiting for the next phase because I think that's going to be the next phase. That could be the next phase. Or maybe it might be something else, one more thing, and then it could be this. So the military was the first, and then after that, the second thing, and then maybe that'll be like the third thing, but it's coming soon. And then this is the future. This is, the future, the near future. So, yeah, I mean, look, it's black all around them. So, there's darkness all around them. So, very interesting. Okay. But oh yeah, my question was like, is there going to be a different type of energy? Like another system? Like, or any clue on that? So the outcome is the six of Pentacles. So I think it's like the distribution. Something is going to change with the distribution of energy. Because it's going to be there's going to be more of a balance of the way it's going to be distributed. That's what I'm getting from that. But the transition, it's going to be more of like a difficult transition before that happens. Okay. And then let's see. What about August? What do we need to know for the month of August? What do we need to know for the month of August? Month of August. What do we need to know? Let's see what I pick up. Month of August. I feel like the month of August, because I'm getting all these, what I call the people cards, like all these people. Okay. I'm getting like, unfortunately, there could be more like people passing or even hearing about people passing. Um, but actually they were detained. Also more like good politicians coming out. Um, it's just like kind of like the movement. I'm getting like the movement of people. And as I said, like more, you're gonna hear about more deaths, like, as far as celebrities, like celebrity deaths, um, and maybe even politicians, and just more of the positive voices coming out and more information coming out. All right. Well, that's all I have for today. And hopefully you were able to hear the audio of the video that I played earlier. I'm actually going to put a link for it in the description box of the whole thing in case you want to hear the whole thing. So yeah, as always, please subscribe, like, share, comment. And I'm gonna put my links for my website and my email address. And if you want to donate, buy me a coffee. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great week. And take care. Love and light.